Good morning, happy Sunday. I'm sort of back in normal sleep routines now, I think. So I had like a leisurely morning. It's about 10 o'clock now. I'm going to do like a weekly roundup of my training and what events I've got planned next year because I've entered a couple of things in the last couple of weeks. So I'll show you that shortly. But first, 1 hour on the watt bike, just in zone 2, TT position, standard procedure. Here we go again. Then I've got 8 miles to do running. A long way. I'm going to do it on the treadmill and just see how it goes. Hopefully it's just over an hour or so, and I'm going to try and keep it relatively steady. So if it has to take longer to take it easy, then so be it. So yeah, time to get on the bike. Oh, that's the run done. I say done. I did 3 miles. I feel like I bonked. I didn't eat anything throughout the turbo session, but it was only low intensity zone 2. I just drank squash. But 3 miles in, I just feel shaky and empty. So I should have done these sessions on different days. I'll just try and combine because I ran out of time. So 3 miles on the treadmill, it'll do for today, I suppose. So any excuses. I'll get some lunch and I'll talk you through this week's training and next year's events. See you soon. Good afternoon. Thought I'd talk you through the training I've done this week, or the lack of training I've done this week. What's she got to say? What? I'm trying to be a YouTuber. So, Monday started off with a rest day. It was a great day, really enjoyed that. Tuesday, so I was off work on Tuesday, so I did 1 hour and 50 on the watt bike in zone 2. Normalised power of 232 watts, heart rate was 145, so still that's a fair bit higher than it normally is in the colder when I'm training. Then I ran off the bike, I did 16 minutes, which was just over 2 miles at 7:20 minute mile pace, so that was alright. Followed by rest day, another good day. It's really important to recover after such a strenuous week. Thursday I did just over 50 minutes on the watt bike. That was made up of some zone 2 and then 2 times 15 minute zone 4 efforts off with 5 minutes recovery in between. So those efforts were 322 watts and 327. Felt okay, it felt hardish. It was my first sort of effort session I've done for a while. It wasn't too high intensity, it's sort of a bit below the threshold, so it should have been a workout but not too strenuous, which I suppose it ticked, so it was alright. Average heart rate is 147 for that session, and normalised power of 291 watts. It takes into account the spikes more than average power does. Saturday, which was yesterday, I did this was late nights. This was a treadmill session, so it was only 3.85 miles in total. It was 3 1K efforts, which I did at a 7-minute mile pace. Just worked it out on the treadmill, just put it on for a certain speed and just stand on it and run. I'm still undecided about treadmill training. Is it beneficial, is it not? But at the minute, my calves are absolutely fine on it, so if I can get some running in on it, then I'm going to try and introduce 1 run a week on the road, then 2, and try and build it up to just being outside. But it's handy to have. You don't have to go anywhere to do anything, and don't have to particularly get wrapped up where I want. And then today, I did an hour on the turbo, again, zone 2, plenty of this time of year, just to sort of get my body used to training and get that endurance base built up. So that was an hour, normalised power of 217 watts, which is sort of mid-zone 2 for me. Heart rate is 141. I felt a bit iffy this morning, felt a bit sniffly, I feel like the man flu is coming on, so maybe that's a sign that it is, but I feel alright now, so I'm going to keep wrapped up for today and the rest of the week and just see how it goes. Then I did 3 miles on my treadmill afterwards, which was 23 minutes 50. I should have gone a bit further. I should have gone a lot further. In fact, I should have done 8 miles, but just didn't feel great at all, and I didn't want to push it too hard. I'm in week 1 of Ironman training, so I don't want to go too hard. So totals for the week. That means I've done no swimming. Oh well. 4 hours 37 on the bike, and then just over an hour of running, which means I've done 5 hours 50 of training and 327 TSS, which generally I think Ironman training, my TSS was between 600 and 700 for a lot of weeks, so some way to go, but certainly not a terrible week by any means. Also, I like looking at the kilojoules of energy you put out, so that measures actual energy you've burnt. So your TSS might be low if you've done some low intensity stuff, but if you put a lot of power out and done a lot of push stuff hard, then that'll be high. So it's worth tracking that. On to more exciting things. Next year's plans. So I think I mentioned several times that I'm doing the Outlaw Half Ironman in May, and then followed by the Outlaw Full Ironman in July. Sandwiched in between those, probably a bit too close to Outlaw Full for my liking, but I couldn't say no to the event. I've now entered a Tap du Tour. So for those that don't know what that is, every year the company, the Tap, put on the Tap du Tour event. So it's run very close to when the Tour de France is on in France, and they try and pick the hardest stage of that year's Tour de France. So this year's, I can't remember where it's to and from, but it's very close to where I stayed a couple of years ago, and it's 80 odd miles, 14,000, no, like 16,000 feet of climbing. It just looks like a bloody hard day. There's about 15,000 people do it, so should be a good day out. I don't know how congested it'll be on the roads. Myself and a few club mates have put ourselves a reasonable sort of expected finish time on there. So with regards to what pen you go in, I don't know, but look forward to have a good ride out. Liz is coming as well. We're going to make a week of it, and she's going to experience her first few rides in the Alps, so can't wait for that. Also on the lookout for a ladies bike for her, so she's got one at the minute, but it's quite heavy, and it's a cyclocross bike really, so looking to try and get her a carbon road bike, which she's buzzing about. As well as that, so I'm going to Mallorca in May, so a bit of a training week. That should be good with the cycling club. It's always a really good training week, that, so I'll be glad to get that in the bank. Come back, and a week later do Outlaw, and then in between May and July, I might try and get an Olympic distance try-in, just to sort of go through race day procedure, all the nerves, all the transitions, all of that jazz, so that probably happens somewhere between there. Do the Outlaw full in July, and then September, thinking either Ironman Wales or the Brutal, if anybody's seen the Brutal events, but one of my friends has done the single Ironman and the double Ironman there. It's based around Snowdon, and it's very tough, and I don't know if I can resist it for much longer, so I'll have to have a look. I don't need to make a decision yet. Neither Ironman Wales or the Brutal fill up anytime soon, so I'll make my decision over Christmas, I think. Early season, going to get a half marathon in. TBC, exactly which one it is. I think I might do Retford, which is up in Nottinghamshire, which I've done many years ago. I like the course, so I might do that. So all in all, not a bad training week. A lot more to come. This week hopefully involves some swimming as well, but we'll see. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to taking you on this training journey with me over the winter. Bye.